It's good to be with everyone this afternoon. I just want to say that first off, that we understand that this is a dramatic time in the history of certainly our local context and in the context of Regis Jesuit, Colorado, the world. And so, our cancellation of classes tomorrow will provide an opportunity for the administration at Regis Jesuit High School to begin to plan for things that could happen. We think it's entirely possible that Regis Jesuit would be experiencing an extended closure. And it's very important to us to continue to convey the mission of Regis Jesuit to our students through our educational program. So we will do more planning on that. We will try and get a deeper sense of some of the impacts within our community so that we can begin to prepare for what I hope is a short-term but a very real possibility of a different paradigm of educating in the near future. I really don't as of today. We got the news this afternoon. Colorado High School Activities Association has suspended athletics, I think, until April 1st. I'm sorry, I'm not solid on that date. And so, our hope, I think everything will be dependent upon really, safe environment, number one. And so I think that they've established a date, that's fine. But that'll be number one. And as we can establish safe environment going forward, then we will just start trying to put schedules back together. We're looking at the possibility that we might not be able to bring everyone together for our signature gala event, Lark, on April 25th. We have started to consider how we might be able to provide a virtual event because the dollars raised from Lark make a real important difference for students at Regis Jesuit High School. And so we think it's possible. It won't be as great maybe as it would be when we're all together because we enjoy our community so much. But I do believe in our community and their desire to see Regis Jesuit continue to thrive. Yeah, those will begin to be defined. I think, our first consideration is if we get into an extended closure, we're going to be talking about an unprecedented time for our students. We want to make sure that we're not overlooking that and the realities going on in their homes. And then we will be ramping into delivering educational programming. And so I think that it'll be a little bit learning as we go. I think some of our students' teachers know exactly how they would present lesson plans, and some are going to have a ways to go. We'll be doing more planning and preparation for the possibility that we would have an extended closure starting, even this afternoon and tomorrow. Sure, I think making sure that you have something that you know what you want to say to students. I think understanding really the reality of this situation has been difficult for everyone, including school leaders. I've talked with numerous school leaders this week, and we have all been trying to discern what is the reality of the coronavirus? What are the potential impacts? What are the best things we can do for our students? And so I think sometimes you don't speak until you're sure of what you think is the best thing to do for your community. So I hope people will understand this is not something any of us have been through before, but caring for our students, their health and well-being is always our number one priority. Yeah, important question. And so I just want to reiterate that we have not planned to close Regis Jesuit beyond canceling classes tomorrow. And so I think if we do get into a situation where we have an extended closure, we'll need to think about our community comprehensively. I can understand the question about will the same tuition requirements apply. Of course, we are still going to we're committed to keeping our faculty together to promoting our education and to hopefully returning to normalcy as soon as possible. So what we want to do is try and keep our community as tightly together as we possibly can, with the idea that we will be back to normal at some time in the near future. Right. So earlier this week, we surveyed our students to find out how many did not have access to in-home Wi-Fi. There are some students in our community who do not presently have access to Wi-Fi, and so we have arranged to provide students, if we get into an extended closure and we get into delivering our curriculum in a distance learning reality, we would deliver to them a hotspot. So we've got those identified, and we'll be ready to deliver those to students who need them. I think just in closing, we're part of a faith-based community. This is a wonderful time to begin a conversation with God. There are people around the world who are suffering right now in lots of ways, some with their health, some over the health of family members, some because their livelihoods have been turned upside down. And we are in the season of Lent right now, where we're called to consider sacrifice. There's some deep opportunity for reflection and prayer right now, and seeking God's voice, God's hand in leading us forward, and also providing a sense of just care and comfort, because these are confusing times. But I am convinced that Regis Jesuit has a really wonderful opportunity to stay together, most in part because of our faith orientation, our belief that we're in God's hands.